your wallet address is not connected to your name, so you think that you are safe and nobody can track you down. But the reality is that's not the truth. You see, the advantage and the disadvantage of public blockchains is that every single transaction and every single wallet is public, open to see for anyone. And that means that if you make a transaction from one wallet to another, that can be traced. Now, this is a problem because while you think you have privacy, it only takes one single wallet to be connected to your name, and all the transaction history on all different wallets that you used can be revealed and connected to your name. Now, I got a lot of DMs about it and a lot of people asked about it, and I actually did a decent research to find the privacy protocols, and I could find none. The only one that actually worked is something called 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗏, which is now illegal to use because people used it for money laundering. It covered up tracks completely. And that's when I came about OXO. I tried OXO and I was blown away. Genuinely. So as I tested the protocol, there was a bunch of questions. I reached out to OXO, we talked to them, and they actually loved the concept. So they decided to partner with us for this video and help us deliver to you what I think one of the best privacy protocols out there. I'm gonna show you everything in this video. Let's get going. So OXO is basically a privacy protocol. It helps you mask your tracks between different wallets on chain. So they created a wallet called Arcane, which allows your tokens to go in, vanish, and somehow appear in a different wallet without anyone being able to connect the two dots. You can imagine it like Harry Potter going through platform 9 3/4. Walk in, vanish, appear somewhere else. Think of them as like the hidden postman in crypto. Instead of broadcasting your transactions to the blockchain, they handle these transactions for you. They make sure that your transactions stay private and untraceable. These relayers or nodes do this simply because they earn 0.1% of all the transaction volume, and in exchange, they offer privacy. The best part is you can become a relayer as well. I'm gonna talk to you all about that later. Let's jump in, let me show you how it works. So this is the website that you're going to see if you click the link down in the description and the pinned comments. You can click on create a wallet. You can add a password. Now, it's important that you will always need your password. The browser will remember your seed phrase. You can obviously extract the seed phrase as well, but you will always need to add the password in the same browser. So remember, the password is important. You'll get your seed phrase. Obviously, do not show this to anyone. Then you need to confirm that you actually wrote down your seed phrase, and then you can click continue. And that's basically it. You're already set up and you're ready to go. This is one of the things that I really like about it. It's very fast, very user-friendly. So you land on this site. Here's how it works. Here you will be able to see two addresses. You will see your ETH address. This is the address that you see on Etherscan, your public Ethereum address. And here you will see your OXO address. This is the address that will be able to mask the transactions, and the transactions that are going to be private will be facilitated through. Now, the first step we want to do is obviously send funds into the protocol. So this transaction is going to be traceable. So you will take your wallet and you will use your public ETH address here and make this transfer. This is going to be visible on the chain that you transferred from your wallet to this new wallet, which again belongs to you. You can simply do that by clicking here, copying the ETH address, and simply making a withdrawal from your other wallet or exchange into this account. So once you deposit, you will see your Ethereum landing in here. And that's very important. Pay attention. This is still a public address. So if I copy this address and I paste it into Etherscan, you will see this transaction landing in this wallet. So this is still a public wallet. Here's where the trick happens. So in the bottom left corner, you see something called stealth mode. If you toggle this in, all your assets disappear. That means that now you're looking at all the assets that are shielded, that are basically out of the chain. Now, it's not off chain, it's still on chain, but they're able to hide these assets. Because I didn't rep any of my ETH, there is no assets showing here, so I'm just gonna toggle this back in, and I'm gonna show you how you can shield your assets. On the top right here, you will see the shield button. You click on there, you will select the token, and then please never do 100% shield because you will not be able to cover the fees. So only go like 90% or whatever that might be. I'm just gonna click 75%, and it will give me the option to click shield. I'm gonna click on shield. I'm gonna click on fast. You'll be able to select the fees. So once the transaction is completed, you will see that your ETH disappeared from here and it doesn't show anywhere on here. You even see on your total balance that it's not there. Well, it is under the shielded assets. So again, you go down to the stealth mode on top, bottom left. You'll see your asset here. Now, here's the differentiator. You will be able to see this little icon here next to the ETH logo. That means that it is shielded by OXO and basically not visible for the public. If you go into Etherscan, and again, I'm just monitoring the same public wallet that I talked about, my public ETH address, you will be able to see that there is an outgoing transaction, but the transaction does not land in your wallet. This is basically where the magic happens. It just disappears and gets mixed with all the other transactions that the relayers are working with. So if you go see here's 3 minutes ago, here's 0.01 ETH, but the transaction lands in this wallet. And if I search for that wallet and open that wallet up, it will just take me back right into this transaction history, which becomes a whole mix. Now, don't ask me because I'm not a techie. I don't understand how this actually works, but what I know is that they mask the tracks and you just simply can't find it. But you still have your ETH logged into this stealth mode. How do you get that out? So what you can do, two things. One is you simply open up a new Ethereum wallet and you send this stealth ETH out, which I'm going to show you in a second, or you can transfer this stealth ETH to another OXO account to create more privacy and one more step to be more difficult to track down. So for both options, you will need to be in stealth mode. So make sure that you're in stealth mode so you can see your assets that are covered, and you have to click on send. Now, when you click there, you have two options here, which one is anonymous and one is public. So anonymous will be the option where I said you can send it to another OXO wallet and add another layer of privacy step or another step to make it more difficult to be traceable. For this, you will need an OXO address. So if you or someone else opens up an OXO account, they will have an OXO address here as well. They can copy it out, send it to you. You can paste it in here and send the stealth ETH. That means that you're still having the shielded ETH, and you send that shielding ETH to another account, and then that account will retrieve it to a public address, which I'm going to show you in a second. But then you can just simply click select the token, select the amount, and then you can simply click on send. And the other sending option is the public, which would basically do two things for you. One, go from shielded ETH to normal ETH and then transfer that onto a public wallet. This is where 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙 appears after going into platform 9 3/4. So it's super simple. You just take your ETH address. For this example, I'm gonna take my public ETH address here in OXO. Of course, you wouldn't want to send it back because that's already traceable. But for this example, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna click public. I'm gonna paste it in here, and I'm gonna click on send. I'm gonna select fast and higher fees, authorize, and then it will say pending. And once it's complete, it will show up in my public wallet. You see here on the left, there is a swap option as well, which is pretty cool because you are able to swap stealth ETH or a shielded ETH or shielded asset for a non-shielded asset, which is quite cool as well because you're able to just move around. Again, just adds another layer of privacy. And there's a leaderboard that you can see who swapped how much and what is their leaderboard ranking. Of course, as you've seen, they are on ETH, but they're also on BNB and going to be integrated with a lot of other chains, which is quite cool. And again, considering the user friendliness and considering the privacy aspect of the whole thing, I genuinely think this is an incredible thing. Also, as I said at the beginning of the video, you can become a relayer yourself, facilitate transactions, operate the network, and earn 0.1% of the fees. If this is something you're into, there are links in the description. You'll be able to see it for yourself. And there is one last thing that I want to mention, and that is the full privacy of OXO or any privacy chain for that matter. So as I was looking for these privacy protocols, and I found OXO, I hired a dev team that is specifically designed to find these hacks and scams. They work with governments and all that. And I told them that they should track back one of the transactions that I made. And they were able to do it. Yes, they didn't do it instantly, but they were able to track back the transactions. And I told them, how is it even possible if it's a privacy protocol and I simply can't see it on Etherscam? And there was no way, whoever I asked, how could they do it? And the answer is very simple. They have the same software as the UAE government tracking scams and blockchain activity, which is not only highly sophisticated, but it's extremely expensive. So that says you will be able to match your tracks on Etherscam. Everyday people will not be able to find it. But if you want to avoid paying taxes or just running from the government, there is no way of doing that in a privacy protocol today, except Tornado Cash, which again will get you in jail, and I would not recommend you use it. Other than that, if you're not running from the government, I genuinely believe that this is a great thing to use, a great tool to use that is untraceable for everyday people like you and me. If you want to try it, give it a shot. There's a link in the description. Guys, truly appreciate you spending time with me. If you enjoy this content or if you have any questions, let me know in the link in the description. Check out this video, subscribe here, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.